So again, no doubt, you all have heard the testimonies, or rather individuals who wanted to come forth and talk to my former attorney, which he and no doubt General Mills had gotten together and intentionally avoid from talking to all of them, and they only talked to the two of them. And here is legal documents here that I'm holding here in my hand that I wanted to read. As a matter of fact, it's one of the letters that came from Jeffery A. Sutton and the Burnett and Jameson law firm that he had written to me regarding my witnesses and them that he wanted to make sure he speak to. And the letter that he have given to me, here, and it reads, and it's from January 9th, 2001, and this is a letter and what he had written to me. And I wanted to thank you for your most recent opportunity to sit down and visit with you. As you will recall, you have engaged our firm to represent your interests in this respect to the above referenced matter. It is my understanding, based upon the conversation, that you are going to provide me with a list of names and address and telephone numbers of individuals who worked at General Mills at the same time that you were working there. I would expect that these peoples would be providing a statement which would prove that the supervisor discriminated against you because of your race, and that management was aware of these actions and did not take the appropriate action to correct them. Okay, so here it is. It's clear. And I had provided information to my attorneys, and I had provided information to the law firm and them regarding issues and things of racism that General Mills was practicing and doing, and that the attorney knew that individuals was more than willing to talk to him, but yet he never took time and intentionally avoid from talking to certain individuals around here. Prior to this, only two of them. And another legal document here that I want to bring out that my attorney Jeffery Sutton and the Burnett and Jameson law firm they gave me concerning the interrogatory. And it reads, it states here, and then close here, or herewith, please find interrogatory and request for production of documents directed to you from the defendants in this matter. Interrogatories and requests for productions of documents are part of the discovery process, and they must be answered and returned to opposite, or to the opposing counsel within a certain time limit. And here it also states on part of that we cannot leave out any witnesses or any information because it will eventually hurt your case. And the penalty for leaving out any witnesses in this, that the witness may not be permitted to testify at trial, and therefore could hurt your case. So obviously, as hearing the evidence, the people who was more than willing to come forth, and it was even a lot more than them, and when this here occurred, many of the witnesses, after they had discovered and found out that I have been deceived and manipulated in this settlement fraudulent criminal activity, and which General Mills and my former attorney had intentionally, willfully deceived and manipulated me into signing, many of the witnesses was very upset and outraged behind that, because for one, many of them who wanted to come forth and talk and explain, and not only to testify on my behalf, but also to testify in certain experiences that they themselves had experienced. Well, many of them, after I had informed them of this here, some of them even came forth to want to even give public statements, and made public statement to the Kansas City Call, to the Kansas City Star. And that's when General Mills, back in 2003, became boycotted around here, when we got community activist Alonzo Washington involved in this here, because there was witnesses who wanted to come forth, and many of them, they still came forth in the sense of giving public statements. But nevertheless, my point I wanted to bring out at this point is the fact that I had witnesses that General Mills knew that would testify against them. And because General Mills knew that certain witnesses would come forth and who was not afraid of the intimidation factor, well, General Mills made sure that the attorney didn't talk to them. And those who were concerned about being retaliated or intimidated against, well, General Mills made sure that they put their fear tactics out and made sure that certain individuals will get that message, meaning that this particular supervisor that General Mills were allowing to discriminate against me and others. Well, when the 3-day investigation was going on after my termination that was conducted by the union, uh, word had gotten out that this particular supervisor had put words out saying that, well, he's going to see or know who his friends are once this investigation is over. And many of people, people don't want to lose their jobs around down up over there, and they know that General Mills is very racist and retaliant, and they'll do that. So again, there's the evidence, the written letters that was given to me from the attorney Jeffery A. Sutton, the law firm, and it clearly shows that you can hear from yourself as American peoples testimonies of individuals who wanted to come forth and was more than willing to come forth, even as in groups. We're talking about past and present or current employees, or people's General Mills. Like I said, I'm not just making this up or just fabricating things. I mean, you see the evidence to yourself, and General Mills must be held accountable for this here. And I want to also bring out some other things here as well. But at this point here, I just wanted to bring the fact out that there were witnesses, and General Mills was fully aware of who they are. And because of this here, General Mills used my attorney, and they both had gotten into an obviously agreement of some sort to deceive and manipulate me into signing these documents and things. And then I found out after all was said, done, and finalized that they didn't even talk, that my attorney didn't even talk to all of my witnesses. And after filing suit against him, well, he was removed off the case. The judge originally was removed off the case, and the attorney, he basically just got set free from all of my complaints and things, from being, from not being held liable like he should be, and even General Mills. So it's just a lot of the racist prejudice and retaliation and vindictiveness, and General Mills is constantly, even now, manipulating the situations and keeping things hush-hush, or trying to keep things closed down and pushed under the rug from going to the courts or anything else. So again, I'm Robert C. Dupree, and I still want to bring out more of the truth and evidence about certain things pertaining to the racism and stuff that's going on, and issues that still need to be addressed.